Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan, and thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading for who you may be dealing with and what they're up to. And for more tarot readings after this, go ahead and check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot. She's read for you as well. Thank you. I'll be starting by pulling their current or overall energy. And then we'll be going into clarifiers. Okay, I'll get the cards out first, and then I'll begin. Oh, the birds. The birds. Here we go, Aquarius. The birds. The birds. I wonder if cats see them as like flying rats. I mean, they kind of squeak like them. Remember when growing up, older people or the elders used to say, oh, that's just a rat with wings. I'm like, but it's a bird. It's a rat with wings. It just looks different. Never understood it. Little bit of a, I don't know what you'd call that. I guess just a memory. Just a memory now. Somewhere lost in time. Not really, but okay. Excuse me. Give me a reason and we'll be okay. Good lyrics. Right away, I will point this out, Aquarius. I am looking at parental figures and a little one in between the two of you, possibly two of them. Not necessarily between the two of you, but it almost, imagery-wise, one is between the two of you and one is by someone else's side. So I don't know who is who or what's going on, but definitely parental energy, that is for sure. So jumping into this, Aquarius, what they do show me immediately, they are definitely wanting to kind of stand their ground and be pretty adamant about something moving forward. Don't exactly know what this is, but ultimately what they're saying is something requires a decision immediately, and it possibly is regarding finances, investment, work, that type of thing. And at the same time, even though they are choosing to make this decision moving forward, I feel like there is something here that is, one, either being revealed, or two, is kind of just not working out. Now, overall, with whatever this is, I feel like whatever the shift is that's taking place for them, it is definitely putting them in the focus and the mindset of, okay, I need to really kind of sit down and figure out what I want to do here and what I want to create for myself. And immediately, they're pretty much saying finances. Finances are so very tight and difficult right now. At the same time, they're also showing me they are wanting to kind of sit back and watch and wait and see how else things unfolds. I don't exactly know what's going on with that, but they're ultimately showing me they're just not too sure exactly what to think or what direction to kind of take things. And so in the meantime, they're coming up with some sort of idea or possible plan here, which again, it's an energy of, I'm not too sure about this, but let me see if I can kind of come up with something. And then it's readdressing everything and everyone in the situation again to try and figure out this is actually truly what they want to do moving forward. Now, that being said, they are working on some sort of financial endeavor here to kind of, in a sense, combat whatever is so burdensome, possibly regarding the responsibility of everything and everyone involved. But again, it goes back to the energy of we need to take care of these things and let's figure out how else to make improvements, whether it be on the relationship and the connection between the two of you, or whether it just be about work and finances in general. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into clarifiers and see what some of this is. Let's see. If that's the case, that's like the equivalent of someone saying, I'm not too sure what to do because there are children or kids involved. Don't use kids as an excuse. Don't use kids as an excuse. And that's what I find very fascinating. This is an energy of, for some reason, Aquarius, they're standing their ground, but they're standing their ground because it was fascinating. It's how do I say this? It's the equivalent of someone getting very angry and defensive, but they don't exactly know fully yet why they are angry and defensive. And it's because there's something lack or missing from their mentality or their perspective when it comes to the next step. They're ultimately showing they're adamant and wanting to stand their ground, but they're in this kind of defensive energy because they don't intuitively kind of trust themselves quite yet about something. It's kind of like, don't ask me that. It's like, why not? Because they actually don't have an answer. That type of energy. Cold, guarded, defensive, and reserved. Okay. Okay. Interesting. They're saying, I don't know just quite yet. They're kind of putting up their guard. I don't know quite yet. Well, let me see what I can kind of come up with here. It's fascinating because ultimately what they're saying is they're not truly 100% trusting themselves, but they feel like they're smart enough or intelligent enough to kind of come up with some sort of idea or plan here. And that's what's interesting. It's like defensive, not trusting themselves, but they feel like they're smart enough to come up with this on their own. I don't know what that's about. Ultimately, geez, that's difficult. They're saying they have to make this decision and there might be a living situation in consideration, but they're ultimately saying the future regarding this living situation is very unknown and very unclear to them. They're like, stability wise, don't know about the stability or the living situation or something here. Yeah, that'll do it. That makes sense. Either one, they are looking for some sort of new beginning and they're not too sure how to pull this off, or two, you guys are trying to actually work on something together, but I'm not seeing it. You guys are showing up, but you guys are showing up independent and independent, not co-independent. If I believe that's even the correct term, co-independent. I'm not too sure, something like that. Oh yeah, and that's what I thought. It's definitely surrounding the work and the finances and the money. They're having this kind of shocking moment because I feel like they're having this realization. They're having this realization of like, okay, here's a truth, and ultimately I can't fight it anymore. And so it's an energy of like, okay, I suppose I gotta get on board and come up with something because money's tight, money's difficult. But again, they're ultimately showing me I'm going to wait and kind of see how this kind of unfolds moving forward. And they're still just unsure. Even though they know, they're still unsure. Yeah. Jeez. There has definitely been some sort of financial loss or hit. There has been. At the same time, they're also kind of saying it feels like everything is under a crunch or under like a time, what's that called? A ticking time pressure thing. Like time is clearly of the essence here. And it almost feels like there needed to be something figured out a week ago. And now they're kind of like, okay, pressure's on, time to get going. Unless they are one of those types that work well under pressure. I don't exactly know. But I do see at the same time, as I was mentioning, they are coming up with something to kind of help things move forward, but I don't exactly know what that is. They are showing me this energy of they are good at something that they do. Let's see. Hold that thought. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're thinking about it, but at the same time, this energy of money, they are showing me this energy of emotional disappointment and burden over not having their own independent money or financial security set and in place for themselves. In a sense, it's kind of like saying, I myself am not wealthy on my own. Even though we are together, they're kind of going through it because they themselves aren't there with you in a sense. So of course, if you are dealing with anyone we do have showing up, Aries, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. And that's it. Bye.